Japan is a country in East Asia consisting of nearly 7,000 islands, of which only about 430 are inhabited. Japan is located in the Pacific Ocean, not far from the northeastern coastline of continental Asia. It lies to the east of the Sea of Japan, also called the East Sea, as well as the East China Sea. The nations of Russia, South Korea, North Korea, and China are to its west on the mainland of Asia. The Japanese archipelago stretches over 1,500 miles from the Russian island of Sakhalin and the Sea of Okhotsk in the north, and almost to the nation of Taiwan in the south. Japan's four largest islands are Hokkaido, Honshu, Kyushu, and Shikoku, which together make up about 97% of its total land area. Japan is home to 126 million people, the world's 10th largest country, and one of the world's most densely populated as well. The nation is a unitary parliamentary democracy and a constitutional monarchy, so the Emperor of Japan is the traditional head of government and lives in this grand imperial palace in Tokyo. But Japanese laws are written and enacted by a parliament whose upper house meets here. Tokyo, the largest Japanese city, along with its surrounding communities, constitute what is currently the largest urbanized area on Earth and is home to 37.8 million inhabitants. Tokyo is also the nation's capital city. Japan is a highly industrialized manufacturing country and possesses the world's third largest economy after China. It is not an ethnically diverse country at all. In fact, over 98% of its citizens are of Japanese heritage and speak the Japanese language, and the country has almost no immigration. The unofficial national religion of Japan is Shintoism and is very important culturally to the Japanese people. The overall life expectancy in Japan is 84 years, the highest in the entire world. And Japan has the unfortunate distinction of being the only country to ever have been attacked with nuclear weapons. About 3/4 of the territory of Japan is mountainous, forested, and not well suited for either building or for farming. So most of Japan's population lives on the flatter lands nearer its coastal areas. And that's where the majority of its farms are located too. Japan has 108 active volcanoes, the most famous of which is Mount Fuji, seen here. It's the country's highest mountain and last erupted a little over 300 years ago. Japan's volcanic activity is mainly due to the fact that the Pacific and Philippine tectonic plates are being forced under the Eurasian tectonic plate by a geological process known as subduction, which produces intense heat and pressure below the surface. Around 15 million years ago, the subduction process actually caused the land that now makes up Japan to break away from the Asian mainland, which created the Sea of Japan in the process. Due to its ongoing tectonic activity, Japan is extremely prone to violent earthquakes and destructive tsunamis, both of which impact the country fairly frequently. The images seen here show some of the effects of these terrible natural disasters. Because Japan is made up of so many islands, the country has a huge amount of coastline. Along its rugged coast, numerous bays and estuaries support a thriving fishing industry, as well as aquatic farms, where oysters, scallops, fish, and even seaweed are raised. These comprise the main ingredients of two very well-known Japanese dishes, sashimi and sushi. The ordinary diets of the people of Japan include more foods derived from the sea than any other large nation. The climate of most of Japan is temperate, with 4 distinct seasons. But weather patterns change significantly from its extreme north to its extreme south. For example, the northernmost Japanese island of Hokkaido experiences a moist continental climate, with warm summers and long, cold winters. A little further south on Honshu Island, a snowy winter day is a good time to see red-faced Japanese macaques warming themselves in the local hot springs. In contrast to its cooler northern parts, the islands of southernmost Japan have a subtropical climate with warm winters and hot summers. The main rainy season begins in early May in the south of Japan, and the rainy weather tends to gradually move northward until reaching Hokkaido in late July.